My name is Blair Portfolio, and today we're going to be talking about Defiance. Has it been a good investment for investors? Now, you guys know how I feel about anything that has to do with Jay's products, but he has been trying to get a little bit better with Max. You can take that with a grain of salt. But Defiance, though Jay has his hands in that, he isn't in complete control of that as the way he is in Max. Defiance is controlled by a female ultimately. And though I want to make a sexist joke, I won't. Out of respect to the females that watch this and follow this. But I'll put it this way. The female fund is the one that's lagging. Okay. All right, let's get serious though. So, USOI, max time is down 53%. 53%. That's that's insane. It hasn't even been out for a year yet, and it's down 53% max time. I know I always say this in every video, but you 100% need growth, and especially if you're on margin. Decaying or a fund being down on its max time is how you get a margin call. And these funds are the perfect example of when people think, oh, these high yields. But look at the fund itself. It decays. So it's the inevitable. You'll get a margin call. You will need the perfect T-bill, look at my other videos for that, at 66.67%. To avoid this, even then, is the other part of your portfolio is dead. It cannot be revived. It's not Dragon Ball Z. It's over. It's done. It's cooked. Imagine if you held this. I remember I bought this a long time ago, and I put a limit order, and it kicked me out. And I'm like, well, if it goes back up, I'll have it kick me back in. And that limit order actually expired, or the limit buy expired, because it just kept falling and falling. I forgot about it. Until today, it told me, yeah, your stuff expired, man. And I'm like, what expired? I'm looking here. Oh, USOI. I forgot about them. And then it made me give me this idea for this video. But the concept is good for oil, but they just suck. They just suck. And if you guys think I'm just being harsh on Defiance, and because it's a woman, since I did bring that up, I'm talking about the facts here. Look at this one. QQQY. 57% down. 57% down on the NASDAQ. Are you kidding me? Are you insane? Why would anyone buy this? Ever. Other than to do long puts on this. That's the only thing you should do with Defiance. The same way I do with Max. Put. Though Max, I must admit, I lost on one of those puts. I'll give you guys the truth. I lost on one of those puts. I was like, wait, Max is going up? What is this? So, Max is definitely doing something, especially on recovery days. They've been doing a little something here, but Defiance, all it does is fall. And 57%, just like with this one, is insane. And in fact, this fell even harder. Imagine if you invested in this and you're really thinking to yourself, yep, I'm making a margin portfolio, and this is what you choose because of the yield, and then you lose 34 or 57%, and the stock or ETF falls by $34. I would be so pissed. I really would. But hey, it doesn't stop there. Maybe you're saying, hey, maybe they lost 2 of them. They're not good in 2 of them. Maybe the other ones are better. Let's see. 60% on the Russell. 60% on the Russell. Remember when that other guy, the entrepreneur investor guy, was like, yeah, I'm going to invest in these because of the Russell? You guys see why you shouldn't take people's advice that don't know what they're talking about? No shade. I'm speaking the truth. These investors out here don't know what they're talking about, and they suck at investing. I'm up year to date. You guys look at my Discord for the VIP members. I'm always up. I'm always making a profit. I'm always killing it. You know why? Because I know what I'm doing. I'm not thirsty. I'm not chasing yields. I'm not trying to get rich overnight. It's very slow pace. Investing is a very slow thing. Same thing with trading. Yeah, you can make some big money, but I want a bunch of small wins that adds up to a big win, that a bunch of big losses that get one big win, but all my big losses don't compensate for the one big win that I got. So 60%, that you lost more than half of your value when you invest into this. That's insane. That's insane. There's no reason to ever invest in these funds, even if it paid you every single day, every single hour, every single second, every single nanosecond, every single millisecond. There's no reason to invest in this. These are bad funds, and the fund manager sucks too. Then we have, I did USOI already. So then we have WDTE, the S&P. Can you imagine an S&P index or anything that tracks it is down 43%? That's mind-boggling. Do you guys truly understand how hard a fund has to fall to lose half of its value in less than a year, or exactly about a year? That takes skill. That's like record breaking. That's insane. That is an awful investment. And you can look at it and laugh, but you guys have to really understand how hard a fund has to fall to lose 43% in a year or less than a year. That's insane. Even bad funds that don't have a really good return, or they're actually at a loss, they don't fall that hard. This is like a super small tech stock falling this hard. Only those do that. Not a damn index fund. You guys have to understand, these are index funds. They're not single stocks. They're not tech stocks. These are index funds. That's insane. That's insane. And then we have MST. This just came out, and you're down 16%. 16%. Why are they even making new funds? How do they even have an audience to invest in their products? I don't understand it. I don't. YieldMax makes a little bit more sense. But Defiance? I don't get it. I don't. Oh, this pays weekly. Who cares? Who cares? That's insane. And I also want to do a comparison to MSTY. So, you guys see in the past month it fell 2.67%. All it does is fall. That's all it does. I'm going to start doing a bunch of puts on this. The volume is just so low in this. It's so hard to get something, what is it called? Like a contract for options. It's very difficult because no one's in there, because anyone smart's like, why would I make a bid that is going to go up? Why would I do that? So this, it's so small. The volume is so small that it's so hard to make these trades. And then we have Misty. Misty's up max time. I can talk all the crap I want about YieldMax, but Misty is a game player. Misty is good overall. I on paper, and this me understanding investing, Misty is crazy, but I have to go off the results. Since inception, this has made a profit, and that's just the bottom line of it. Regardless of how I feel, regardless of what you think about Jay, regardless of what anybody else says, this made a profit. It's up 4%, paying out these crazy yields. That's impressive. Misty is special. All right, Misty's special. And if you bought it at its low, you're just in the green, man. You're just doing great. I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. Misty is the only good YieldMax fund, and I know I own YMax now, but YMax is not that good. It really isn't. I'm just doing some manipulation here. All right, that's all I'm really doing. My portfolio goes up, it brings it down. I can kind of take money out of the S&P, so to speak, without actually selling my S&P. That's all I'm really doing. So YieldMax isn't really that good, but if you know what to do with YieldMax, it can be useful. I'll put it that way, but it's not good. Misty's actually good. Now, how long is going to be good? I don't know, but it's actually good. And as well for this, but Misty's decent. MST is trash. So has Defiance been a good investment for anyone? No, it just hasn't. There's no reason to ever invest in Defiance. I stand on that. And to turn this around, they're going to have to do some reverse splits or something. But they already done a reverse split, so actually they're lower than what they really are. Defiance, that is. They're probably down 100% or 80%, which is insane. Especially, what was it, USOE? IWMY. After the reverse split, they're still down 60%. That's insane, guys. You guys don't understand how bad that is. But I'm pretty sure they're actually, if my math is correct here, I'm pretty sure they're down actually more than that. So what? They're already down about 60%, weren't they? So what is 60 times 2? 120? They will be down 120%. That's insane. Like, I know I keep saying that, but that's genuinely insane. An index being down that much. What are you guys' thoughts on Defiance? Do you own any Defiance? If you guys can find a good Defiance ETF, let me know. I want to know. But Defiance, they have a record-breaking loss on all their funds, and that's just incredible. I'm impressed with how bad they are. But that's gonna be it for the video, guys. Make sure you guys join my Discord. A lot of free value in there. Remember, bears eat, bulls eat, but pigs get slaughtered. And you can see the piggies all investing in Defiance. So what are they doing? Getting slaughtered. You see all that red? That's blood. I'll see you guys in the next video.